Greetings, everyone. Welcome back to the True Friends series. I'm here with a special guest,
Wow.
Mr. David Smith,
Yeah.
David Element, David Sling and Stone,
Yeah. Everybody
reggae
know me.
music, Stalwart,
Yeah, man. Reggae music know my
Mr.
name,
David
you know?
Smith.
Yeah, man. Arabian
Yes,
money. Arabian money. It's been
yes,
years. You know what I mean?
years
Everything is
upon
from
years upon years,
yeah, everything
right?
is from
And as we
conception, you know?
always start off by saying, the True Friends series is where we hold in space to highlight special people, solid friendship, special bonds. And the
Yeah.
reason why I feel great to have you as part of this, talking to you today, is because we want to go a little bit in a little history. And
Yeah.
many persons probably don't know this, but more people know me for JBSB and they don't really know the Genesis. So
Okay.
today we are going
Right.
to talk a little bit about the Genesis. And
Yeah.
anytime I go talk about Genesis, a name that have to mention is David Smith,
Okay. Thank you
right?
so much.
So
Thank you so much, Raby.
I don't know if I jog your memory. I remember your memory is solid
Well,
and clear and good.
well, you have to
Back
make the people
to,
them know, you know.
it
You
was
have to make the
about when,
world know and the people them
2007?
know, you know. Yeah, about that.
About 2007,
About
when
2000, yeah, about 2006, 2007, somewhere
2006,
there.
somewhere thereabouts, a long time ago,
Hmm.
that
Yeah,
I was doing a little thing in the arcade, the Constant Spring arcade, on a little channel. At
yeah,
time, I don't
exactly.
think cable TV never come in so strong yet. But there was a little
Yeah,
channel called Yard Beat with Mr. Murray.
yeah, Mr.
And
Murray.
I was there introducing music videos and bit by bit I was gaining my confidence and I started doing interviews. I started interviewing artists. And one of the artists, I don't even think she remember this, but one of the artists I had the privilege of interviewing is the great Etana. And at the time, David was working closely with Etana. So you can pick up the story from there. So if you remember,
Yeah, man. It's from
you
inception, you
remember
know,
what you tell
because
me after the interview?
yeah, of course, man, not forget that. You know what I mean? So me I tell you, say everything is from inception. It's like you have to think about it, have it in mind. Anything me say, it always happen. It's like David to the man say that, David, boy, you want to say this? We said, no. It's just that things when me say, it should happen, you know. You just have to believe, you know what I mean? Yeah, because you don't
Right.
know the thing, go, man. Ravian, man, may not forget you, man. And may appreciate and have gratitude towards you mentioning the small things that I even say I do for you to motivate you into the business and say, Ravi,
Right.
yo, you got to do something with the youths them and everything like that because I know you pursue your music career and you're talented. Yo, man,
I want to say, I will tell people all the while, I'm say talk is cheap. I said talk isn't always cheap, it depending on who you're talking to. Because then I didn't need all the motivation and encouragement I could get. Because I was fresh in the business. I really never know nobody like that. And, was a bit frustrated with how things were going and everything. And when I started working with Mr. Murray and doing the interviews and stuff, we really gained a little confidence. And then when you see me and say, you like how me do the interview and you think if we go into production more and if we come up with you have some good ideas where you could have share with me and stuff like that. It really mean a lot. And you sent me to Mr. Trevor Bailey. I don't know if you remember this,
yeah, man, I remember, man.
but you sent me to Mr. Trevor Bailey, who had Music Plus at the time. If I'm not mistaken, I think he's the one who kind of started the whole cable TV trend, you know? And when I went to Mr. Bailey, he said, come up with a great idea and I will assist you and see how best we can make the process not as hard as it could be. And we start to brainstorm and I brainstorm and one day I was sitting in a session with Fansa them, Gumshan band, Fansa and Duke and the rest of the band. And we got to chatting. Long story short, the idea popped into my head to do a band show. And it brainstorm it some more, came down to school band show, and that's how JBSB was born.
Okay, all right.
Yes, so that's the genesis of how things got started with JBSB. And it's been a while, it's been a journey. And as I say, I always have to big you up because who knows? I could have quit around about that time. I could have quit. I could have just give up with, give up on everything, anything music, anything creative. And that conversation that day in the Constant Spring arcade shift things for me.
Exactly.
So as I said, the ear, it's shaped like a womb. And we can't say talk is cheap because the ear is shaped like a womb. And words can impregnate the mind and generate beautiful things, powerful things.
Exactly. So, that's what I do through life because I motivate a lot of fans and Mojo come all the way down. There's so much artists that I give good talk and set up it in the atmosphere because I'm a spiritual person who believes in spirituality. And I really say that when I tell somebody something, all I want them to do is believe to them, So, yes, I lost you guys again. So, oh, you're still there?
Yeah, I feel big up David Smith. Look like we catch him at a busy time, but yes, we give thanks for taking the time out to have this chat with me. So as you mentioned, you work with some of the best in reggae music, Richie Spice, Chuck Fenda, Fantan Moja, Etana, who's been Grammy nominated, what, twice?
Yeah, two-time Grammy nominated. And it's basically something that you gotta want to work with artists. I wanted to have a female artist to work with because I always want to help female. I'm like about helping out the female because it's a more male-dominated industry over the years, and a lot of women go through a lot of things. Just name them. Just imagine back in the days when it was harder. If you're not linking with certain people, you understand? You have the famous Nadine Sutherland as a kid, as a child star, and then you have Grace Jones, you have Master Griffiths, then you
and that is before social media gets so entrenched now.
Yeah, before we have the internet and social media. You really have to
rely on who you know.
Yes, it's all about who you know and the link.
And forget certain. Privileges
it wasn't easy. If you read a book about Elizabeth Taylor, that American star, she tell you when all these girls run away from all over America, come to LA, Hollywood, want to be a star. Then you meet people in the airport who tell us, I can turn into a star and they take them away and carry them go until they make it from here to there and then go through a whole heap of things. Because if a movie star, the place of Elizabeth Taylor went to write that book. So if you find that book online, you can read that book and realize that it's not easy as a woman in this male-dominated world to really go through to be a movie star or try to be on the limelight of being an artist. So you got a shortcut because when I tell you, there's a shortcut, all you got to do is go around. You got to start a program with the youths, them and music and some kind of music class. The way you deal with the interview, we were supposed to go to Ireton that day, and I didn't care if we were going to be late, but I know I have to stay and talk to you after that. First thing I have to say, what you used to be? You used to be a school teacher or something, and everything like that, because the way you deliver yourself and clarity, you know what I mean? And I said, yo. It's like, it was amazing. And even Etana was like, she See, like said, David, it's an intelligent team, man. You're a young person, it's like you blow away. Honestly, you think so you do the interview so good that would I like find me somewhere to get back piece of the interview there. And
To
it's
get
like
back
just
at
like,
something there, true.
yeah,
True,
we have to go
yeah.
find him. Yeah, we have to go find him, Google him and find him, and we need the footage. And it's like me I go around with
Yeah.
Etana and
As
one
we
is
said, that day gave me so much clarity, as you mentioned, clarity. So much clarity as to what my journey can be in music and in the creative space.
of
And
course
we will always be grateful for that day and how it
yeah,
shifts things for me, as I said before. So
yeah,
yeah,
of
yes.
course. I mean, I saw the I see the vision, It's like say, it's like from start. It's like from and time people are amazed. It's like Etana, California, what she did was like she make chills and goosebumps where people call all over my body when she get a little chance to sing. So not to sing for 90 seconds.
Listen,
Vibes
you
people.
still have a lot to contribute to the music, to the culture, to the space. So we know Sling and Stone TV is up and running. David is now in New York and touching the music scene and showcasing and covering events and showcasing, talent same way. So of course, tell me, what are some of the projects, some of the things you're up to these days?
Well, me can't stop do the thing, anything pertaining to music, So as a person who would enjoy live music from me a little boy, from me about 10, 12 every year old, my father would have sit down with my father Sunday night time, and my mother would have said, "You're not go school, boy. When the boy go in bed." And we have watched Tom Jones before TV sign off, because back in them days, the TV sign off, and me are talking of the 60s. Got 65, 66, 67, and everything like that. And my parents are people who love music, and every foreign artist come at Jamaica, my father gone, and him carry my mother, and sometimes they carry me sleep out the whole thing. But at the end of the day, yeah, my father was a lover of music, American, and Tom Jones and all of these famous guys used to come on TV, especially Sunday night time before TV sign off. It was basically all of them international artists. I mean, I just watch a stage, I watch and draw the curtain and everything like that. So when me up to nowadays, it's just because I love that live. Anyway, the live music is but just go and just record my favorite artists, especially reggae artists, somebody with a positive message, because it's all about keeping the culture and keeping the message, because we're so indoctrinated on some like false information where it's like, yeah, some people say, David, they are Rasta. I just say, well, I believe in a natural living and a natural lifestyle. And I say, people going to say I'm a Rasta man, then I'm a Rasta man, because them think they're healthy for me. I have to steer away. Everything is healthy for me. So I'm into like vinyl collections, people with sound system that play a turntable. I'm very much not only in America, but all over the world. We have some organization. We have a collectors association,
Right.
which I'm a part of over the years, and then we know a lot of people who play vinyl records. So vinyl record collection, buying and selling records, anything vinyl.
Yeah,
Understand? And playing record and
yeah, yeah.
turntable, because that's a real sound system. Because when a kid I've been playing my brother sound, so me go in yard and chew them smoke them weed all night, and them Rasta brethren, him have him sound system
Yeah.
and him have him own yard. So me I say Drew, me call him Drew, Juws, Drew, like a Jewish person. So they call him Bert. My father was Bertie Albert, so they call my father Bertie Jew, because my father is basically a white man with green eyes, and think him some kind of Albanian Jew. So so we have a whole heap of red people in my family. So my brother look like Bob Marley a little bit, kind of brown and him kind of half white. So all the Peter thought used to stop at the yard before I'm going to St. Joe High School, but check out Elliot Kelly and our friend them. So and then I'm going to call Colonel Campbell and the guy in New York, they call Joe Wise, used to play Tippertone, him to come play my brother's sound, because basically come at Jamaica, come came to my brother bar in a Spanish town. So me show about the box them, because my brother tell me, he said that if me want to hear music, I have to go play the music myself. So I don't know if he might try kind of diss me a little bit, but to me at 12, I may understand how me see him or him put up the thing and string up the sound. Me rock the box them out of the house and connect the wire them and connect it to the amplifier them and put on record on the turntable. And they come when wake up and hear music play and I wonder if I in the string up the sound and never pull down the sound. And then I said, David, who string up the sound? Who play the sound? And I said, no, me, man, you said,
Yeah.
if I want to hear music, I string up the sound myself, man. And he said, what? You realize, so when you realize me can string up the sound, it's like every Saturday me have to do it, you know what I mean? So I'm into vinyl record sound system and everything like that. I love live music. I'm around musicians for years, 809, Light Park, We the People. Them man they know me like, yeah. And you call it, Dean Fraser was always there, Number Robinson before him drop out. All of the famous people as musicians in the early days. Before you have Sagittarius and Derek Barnett and everything like that. You have all of them bands they are going. Derek Barnett, then you have, as I said, Light Parks and We the People in the rehearsal room. And then out of that same bands, you have 809. Well, if a musician come out right, Bo P and all of them, man, they were drop flesh and gone. But, you know, we have to just give thanks to them life and them contribution to the music. Because all of the great musicians, I know them. I know Bonnie
so, you know, we want to tell you, you know what we want to tell you, say your contribution can't about. Your contribution is one of the cornerstone, the part of the cornerstone will always be you know, valuable. And so big you up and give your flowers, and I said big up yourself. And of course, as me said, your name will always be mentioned when the story is told about JBSB and whenever I got started with it and whatever it become, you know, because there is a lot more for it to go, ways for it to go and for more impact for it to make. But whenever the story is told, your name have to mention, your name have to in it because your contribution very vital and we appreciate it every
thank you
time.
very much. Thank you very much, Ravi. I want to thank you very much, and I tell you that I really appreciate you and the contribution what you're doing for the Jamaica school and all of the kids all over Jamaica, and which I am always knocking on the door that the minister would really come 100% and put music in school to be part of the curriculum, because in Trinidad and all these small islands and less famous islands than Jamaica, the music is part of the curriculum because music is healing. Music helps heal and soothe the mind of children and the youths. So in the arts, you're supposed to have music as part of the curriculum, which is, I think in Jamaica is partially, I don't think it's 100%. But make us see if we can pressure them, you know, to see if we can make it happen to be 100% part of the curriculum. And I really appreciate the work you're doing. And it's really going to elevate a lot of youth, motivate them, especially teenagers need to know that. Kids need to know music. I mean, some of these musicians then go on stage in Europe because we take our bands out of Jamaica School of Music back in the days when we were touring with artists, with Fenda and Richie Spice and Tony Cruz. And when we go on the road, I'm telling you that most of the musicians, them people can know that they're just coming out of music school. So somebody said, David, where you get these musicians from? I say, you know, they're the graduating class. I think it wasn't 2000, and this graduating class was 2006 to 2005 graduating class. Understand? Most of them is playing for famous musicians now. You got some of them is playing for Stephen Marley. Some of them is playing for, you know, Chronics. A few of them is playing all over the place. So, and they're doing good, you know. But what I'm saying is that what you came up with Jamaica Best School Bands is one of the most amazing thing. Is something where me always wish for Jamaica youth to get into music and learn to play a piece of instrument. Not only that, they can become the engineer. Sometimes you see people, you're at stage show like Rotterdam Festival, or we're in Germany, in Cologne, we're at Super Jam, or we're at Summer Jam. And then when you look, you see a whole heap of white folks on the stage running up and down, but they can call them roadie. So these guys were on the stage now, they are the person who know about the monitoring and when a box is humming or when the musician on stage not hearing nothing out of his monitors, he would signal to them and then somebody on the radio would say that, well, change a wire there for the musician or the guitar man need to hear himself or, you know, because we know the signal them over the years, we know the signal them. And more big up to myself to Copeland Father because he's one of our mentor. Every time they come to stage show as a teenager, I'm backstage and I see Copeland Fabs. I mean, I admire this man that him is an MC. Him a run, him a do the running harder. The man a tour manager, road manager. Over the years, I just say, you know what? This is what I want to do. And when my mother asked me when I left school, I just said, yo, mama, I want to do music, you know, manage artists, I got to be some kind of something in the music industry. And I end up do it till the last person I bring a time I go down to the house and meet my mother one time. And my mother said, she will pray for her and everything like that because we have that thing about we, you know. And I said, Mama, you see that girl, she a gonna be one big superstar, you know, because I just send things up in the atmosphere, you know. You know, is by design. It's like you have to make sure it happens. It's like me as a really, you know, so that it all come right around there. You're going to be a big famous artist. You understand? And I tell you, I know it's going to happen, you know. I'm grateful for you. And may God bless you and the family. And the other night, we meet a son in New York City. It wasn't done a Sony music hall in New York City. I work with Alba Rose and the Shangen bands. And that bands is one of the most professional, well-played people who know about music and dub section and everything like that, and engineer bad. The system come through clean and professionally and good. You know, so when I say Alba Rose, I take a picture with him and he say, yo, what go on? And I say, Alba Rose, you remember me really, are you just such a what go on? And he must say, yeah, man, you're then at the music, man. Everybody in the music know.
One of the biggest songs with Etana, you know, they don't do it with him and Etana, so
Yeah. So me have to make him know, so give thanks to the whole blessing with Etana because that song they take our international tour. Always should travel to Africa way back in the days with Rita Marley, them and perform and open a show for Rita Marley and everything like that. So Etana really blossom up into being what me they expect her to be, you know. Yeah, man.
But you know, so we always have enough to chat about. So listen, thanks for joining. And we want to say stick around next time. Check out the song True Friend. It's available everywhere. Until next time, David, big up yourself. No flow.
It's nice talking to you, man.